And then I'm going to share my screen. So I actually have a little slideshow presentation here that I'm going to do because I like to be able to visualize things. But we're going to talk about fueling your Franks list because I feel like this is probably the most unsung hero of our business. And we really don't often talk about, we talk about filling out your Franks list, or and the Franks list has a couple different names. Some people call it your list of 62. Some people call it your Franks list. Some people call it your Who Do You Know list. And on Facebook, it's called Who Do You Know. But for fun and pun, I wanted to call it Fueling Your Franks. So I thought that sounded much cuter. But we talk about it when you start your 31 business, right? It's one of the first 3 tasks that we give you when you join our team. We tell you, to, get out your Who Do You Know list and start filling it out. Get some parties on the calendar, and watch a new consultant webinar. Those are like the 3 big things that we tell new consultants. And then we talk about it, and then we never really talk about it again. And so I really wanted to bring some attention to it because I do believe that this list is your living, breathing, little black book of direct sales. Okay, so this is something that is going to be important to you whether you've been in the business a day, a month, of 5 years or 10 years. Even I've been in the business going on 10 years, and I still use this list, and I revert back to it often when I'm looking to fill my calendar, make new contacts, add to my team. I'm always going back to that Franks list. But then I think we don't really talk about how to keep it going and growing. And it is something that you are going to have to stay focused on for the remainder of your business. And you're going to have to be focused on maintaining and growing this list. So I have some little tips and tricks that I'm going to share with you guys tonight. On number 1, if you really don't have a Franks list or a list of 62 or a Who Do You Know list, I'm going to encourage you to make this a priority moving forward, because I promise you it is going to make a difference in how your business goes and therefore how your business grows. Because if you stay focused on maintaining and growing this list, you will never fall into that trap of, I don't know anyone else. I've asked everyone that I know. Nobody wants to book a party. They've all said no. Because I know I hear it day in and day out, but what I think we're forgetting is how to teach you guys how to nurture and grow this list, okay? So we're going to get started on that. So let me figure out again how to make this. Oh, there it is. Okay. Everybody can see me? Thumbs up if you can see the presentation. All right. Awesome. Okay. So old Frank is our friend. And our Franks list consists of our friends, our relatives, our acquaintances, our neighbors, and our kid and spouse connection. So that's what Frank stands for. And he is our friend, and he is going to help us grow our business. And so a lot of times we tell you, okay, you need to get your list of 62, or you need to get your Franks list together. And then you don't really even know how to find out who you know, right? Because most people say, well, I don't have a lot of friends. But I promise you, you do have a lot of friends. And so the first task that we're going to do tonight is we are going to use the 2 most common tools that all of you have, which is your phone and your Facebook, okay? So I don't know about you, but those are the 2 most used items in my household, right? I'm always on my phone and I'm always on Facebook. So we're going to use those 2 tools to get your list going, all right? And even if you have a list of 62 or you feel like you've done a good job, I promise you, after we go through these exercises, you are going to be blown away by how many people you actually know and how many of those people aren't even on your list, okay? All right, so that list of 62, and this is a little picture of it off of TOT, just has name, phone number, email, right? That's all we need to know. So if you haven't printed this off recently, print it off, all right? If you're a digital girl and you want to keep it in an Excel spreadsheet, keep it in an Excel spreadsheet. But ultimately, what we want to do is get this list into your back office, all right? But there's no right or wrong way to keep this list, okay? So the first thing I'm going to have you guys do is I'm going to have you get out your cell phones, all right? So I don't know if you have an iPhone or an Android. If you have an Android, we'll have to do a little research because I forget the name of the app. But the first thing I'm going to have you guys do is pull all of your contacts off of your cell phone, okay? And I know you're probably like, but Brandy, I've gone through my cell phone a million times, and I've called, you know, everybody on there or texted everybody on there. But I promise you, you haven't gone through it thoroughly enough to count and complete this FRANKS list, all right? So I'm going to have you pull out your phone. And the first thing I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you go to your app store. Okay? Sorry. Got taco in my throat. So I'm going to have you go to your app store. And I'm going to have you search for the app. If you're an iPhone user, it's called Contacts 2 XLS. Okay? And if you're not an iPhone user, I want you to search in your app store for Contacts to Excel spreadsheet, which is really what we're trying to do, is we're trying to get all of your contacts out of your cell phone and into a manageable database or spreadsheet that you can either A, use to fill out your FRANKS list, or B, put in your electronic database, or ultimately get them into your back office, okay? I'm going to give you guys a few minutes. It's a free app. It doesn't cost a thing. And I'm going to give you guys just a couple minutes to kind of get that downloaded. Now, I am going to be posting all these slides and sharing. This is also going to be recorded. So don't feel like if you're out and about or distracted that you got to, do it right this second. But I am going to tell you that if you don't commit a good hour or so to get this knocked out, you're never going to get your list completed, all right? And this is such an important piece of making sure that your business is going and growing, all right? So everybody got it downloaded? Downloading. All right. So then the next thing, once it downloads, I want you to go to your phone and open the app. And basically what this app is doing is it is backing up all of your contacts off of your phone, all right? Okay. And so what you're going to go in, kind of open it up, go through all the prompts, yes, 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 accept, 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 whatever all it asks you. And then you're going to eventually get to a screen that has a big circle with an arrow in it, and it says back up now, okay? Now, I'm going to pause for just a second, and I'm going to tell you that at the very bottom of your screen, there's 3 little lines that says more. And there's all kinds of other things that you can do. There's also a little icon at the bottom of your screen that says contacts. And everybody kind of share with me how many contacts it pulled. Tell me how many contacts you have. Don't everybody talk at once.
I have 79.
You have 79? Okay.
Not very many. Sit down.
I have 6,950. So,
yeah, I don't have very many.
But I'll tell you that a lot of mine are kind of, I need to do a little cleaning up. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted you to go to the little contact at the bottom, because if you commit some time, you can go in and, delete your duplicate contacts, delete duplicate phone numbers, delete duplicate emails, delete no phone numbers kind of thing. So you can really spend some time getting this nice and cleaned up. And I would recommend, taking a day, a rainy day when you don't have anything going on, and getting it cleaned up. But for right now, I'm just going to tell you guys, if you hit the backup button, so if you hit that button right in the center, just like my little man there, if you push that button, it's going to back up all the contacts in your phone. And then when you get done, it's going to ask you, do you want to export the list, or do you want to email the list? And I'm going to recommend that you email it. Now, Abigail, for someone like you, we're really going to focus on growing that list, right? Because you need to grow. That's a big indicator that you need more contacts.
Yes. Oh, Thomas, stop it.
All right.
Get in your chair.
Everybody kind of going through the process?
Okay. I
Okay.
have a couple of duplicate contacts, so I really only have 77.
So this is, for me, this was a big aha, because I'm like, oh my gosh, I have a ton of contacts and probably most of them aren't great, and I need to spend some time setting it up. It also lets me know that my list is not full of people that I know. I know way more people than I claim to when filling out my database, all right? So I need to find everybody on my phone, and I need to make sure that I am in contact with them about my business, all right? So we're going to talk about that a little bit more, but we're going to kind of move on to your other source of Franks, all right? And that is Facebook.
Question?
Yes.
Okay, so for the Android, so we'll have to look up for another app that does Excel to
Contacts
to Excel.
Contacts to Excel, yes.
Okay.
And I know there is one, and I wish I would have wrote down what it was called, but I'll try to get it, and if you can't find something, I know there is one that's exactly the same.
Okay.
Okay? All right. So the other avenue to fuel your Franks list is Facebook, okay? And I know this is a little bit of a touchy subject because we at 31 really pride ourselves on not being that girl, okay? We don't want to be that girl who is throwing up our 31 business all over Facebook, okay? But we also want to utilize the tools that we have to make sure that we're building relationships with people that we know, okay? And Facebook is a phenomenal tool to be able to do that, all right? So I want to make sure that you take some time and go through your friends list on Facebook, all right? So I think if I look at my friends list, I have 1,600 and I hope it doesn't say 66. We're going to say 68 or something. I don't need any 666s in my number, but you know, it's really making sure that you have a good friends list on Facebook. Now, what I am going to tell you is that we're not going to be creepy on Facebook, right? We're not going to be spammy on Facebook. But what we want to do is use the tools that we have to be able to grow our contact list, all right? So what I would love for you to do is go through your friends list, okay? And really find out who is on your friends list. And even if you go to, I did this a while back, but I went to some friends that are in my circle that I'm with all the time. And I actually just looked around to see who am I not friends with that I know. Now, I'm not asking you to friend people you don't know. Don't go through your friends list and friend all her friends. That is creepy, all right? But I was able to find a lot of people that I'm like, why are we not friends on Facebook? Like, how are we not connected, okay? And so I was able to kind of build my friends list. Just like I need Abigail to build her contact list on her phone, we all need to be focused on building our friends list, okay? Now, here's a couple parameters about building your friends list. If you friend someone or send them a friend request because you're like, why are we not friends? Here's a couple rules I'm going to give you. Don't message them, and don't go like all their pictures, and don't go commenting on everything they've done in the past 6 months on Facebook. All right? That's creepy, and we don't want to be that girl. But what we want to do is we want to friend them so that we can invite them into our world. And our world is our kids and our spouses and our vacations and our 31 business. Because hopefully you're following kind of that 80-20 rule, and you're making sure that even on your personal page, 31 is incorporated. All right? So a couple of ideas is, you know, I posted a picture of a bag, my baseball bag, and it says living life by the seams. And I said, you know, this is my life, and it's a 31 tote, and it says living life by the seams. Or I posted a picture over the weekend that was a thermal picnic, and it says, it's game day, y'all. And I said, this pretty much sums it up, right? But I'm putting my personal life and my personal business with personal products in front of friends, okay? So don't go messaging, don't go spamming, don't go liking and commenting all their pictures. Okay, that's creepy. But what we want to do is we want to invite them in to kind of see what we have going on. We want to see what they have going on, and we want to build authentic relationships even through Facebook, okay? So I don't want you going out there being that girl, and I don't want you posting every post about 31, but I want you to start building authentic relationships with people that you know that maybe you weren't friends with already. And I know I've made it a point to add new friends, and there's a suggested friends bar that comes up on my phone, and I just scroll through it once a week. And when I see that we have 17 friends in common, I'm like, how are we not friends? And I've been sending friend requests, okay? And tell me again, no messaging, no liking, no commenting, no spamming, right? We're building authentic relationships, but we want to grow that friends list, okay? All right. So I went through a lot of this, but I'm going to go over it again. So fueling your Franks list from Facebook has to be very, very authentic, all right? So you want to check out your friends list, you want to check out your suggested friends list, and you want to make it a point to add a few new friends a week, okay? And I think you'll be surprised when you start going through who you're not friends with on Facebook, okay? You're a business owner, and now your personal life has become, a business life. And so you want to make sure that your sphere, your circle of friends, you're all friends with on Facebook, because we're going to be using that as we go through our lives and use our products, and 31 affects us in positive ways. We're going to be posting that, right, on our personal pages. And you want to make sure that you have the biggest audience that you can have, all right? So who are you looking for, all right? So we're looking for other direct sellers. We're looking for new moms, busy families, career families. And when I say career families, I mean families that have two working parents that are busy as a one-arm paper hanger and don't have time to go shopping or to the store or buy a birthday present, right? They need a gift person like you, a personal shopper, to help them get ready for vacation, get ready for teacher gifts, all right? You're looking for people who love to travel. We're looking for nurses and teachers, okay? So as you're going through your friends list and your suggested friends list, those are the people that we're wanting to connect with, all right? But we're wanting to connect with them in authentic, relationship-building ways, okay? Is everybody clear on that? Because we're not going to be spammy. We're not going to be that girl. But it is a great way to be able to build relationships. And I'll give you an example. I've never met Sharon, right? I've never met her well, yes, I have. She's not a good example. I have met Sharon. Let's say I haven't met Samantha. I've never met Samantha. But through Facebook and social media, Samantha and I have built a relationship through texting and through seeing each other's posts. We have a connection, right? And so it's authentic. That's an authentic relationship, all right? So I want you to really take some time to use these two tools to start your Frank list, okay? Even if you've done it, even if you feel like you've got it, I think you need to really do another looky-loo and make sure that you really have pulled your contacts off of your phone and off of Facebook, all right? All right. Okay. So once you've done that, and maybe you only have 79 friends or 75 friends in your phone, and you're thinking, okay, that's great, and I like keeping my circle small, but you are going to need more Franks in order to grow a business, okay? Because you can't party and sell to the same people for 10 years. I promise you, if I was still partying and selling with the 10 people who came to my very first party, we wouldn't be sitting here today, okay? I wouldn't be sitting here, you wouldn't be sitting here, or you might be sitting here with someone else. So I have to continually make sure that I am growing my business, all right? And so here's a couple other suggestions. I'm trying to move this so that I don't feel like I'm always looking off to the side, to do that, all right? So fueling your Franks list while you're out and about, okay? So if you're a new consultant and you haven't had a party yet and you really haven't, gotten started, the best way to build your contact list or build your Frank is while you're out and about, all right? So always carry your products. Always be prepared with mini catalogs, opportunity brochures, regular catalogs, or contact information, and make sure that you have a way to collect their contact. Okay, and we're going to talk about that. So I wanted to share. So one of the things that I would suggest is making yourself a digital business card. Okay, and so I don't love business cards. because I think they're a dime a dozen, and people typically get them and throw them away or lose them. I have them, and they're really pretty, you can see, but I don't really use them, okay? So I'm either going to give out a mini catalog or a regular catalog, but what's the easiest way to give someone my contact information and, most importantly, to collect their contact information is that I'm going to ask them, would they like for me to send them a digital business card, really, which is really just my contact information, okay? So if you're at the park and someone loves your bag, if you're at the grocery store and someone comments on your purse, if you're at church and someone just absolutely loves your new scarf, you want to be able to give them your information and collect theirs, all right? And so an easy and efficient way to do that is say, hey, can I just text you my information? It has my website on there, has my Facebook profile. I would love for you to join my VIP page. I can just text that right to you, okay? So I'm going to suggest that you take your old phone, and I want you to create a contact for yourself, okay?
How do you do that?
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to tell you how to do that. Are you an iPhone user?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you're going to go to your little phone button at the bottom of your home screen, and you're going to click on phone. And then you're going to click on contacts. And then there's going to be a little plus sign at the top of your screen, and you're going to click it.
Yep.
All right. And you're going to fill this out for yourself.
Oh. Okay.
So you're going to say
some
first name,
magic or something.
Stacy Pewitt. Company, 31 gifts. You're going to add a great headshot of yourself. And I know some of you don't love pictures of yourself, and I don't care. Add a picture of yourself, all right? They need to be able to visually say, oh, yeah, I remember her, okay? Because the eye remembers more than the ear, all right? And that's just a proven fact. The eye remembers more than the ear. So you want to make sure that you have your name, who you're with, a great picture of yourself, your email, your website, all right? So here where it says add URL, my31.com/BradyBlack or whatever yours is, okay? You can add, there's also a little thing down here for social profile, all right? That's where you're going to add your Facebook profile.
Do you really put your email address on there?
I really do.
So in 3 years, I've only had one person email me, and it was this week.
Then you have one reason to do it.
Do you know, though, it went straight to my junk mail, and the only reason I caught it was because I knew the lady's name.
I would add it. There's no reason not to.
Okay.
Add
You know
your
me,
VIP.
I have to question it.
Yeah, it's okay. You're welcome to do that. Add your, if you don't know your social media profile name, I'll give you a little ticket to know how to do that. If you go onto Facebook on your desktop and just go into your profile page, it's at the very top. It says www.facebook.com / mine says brandy.black.75. All right. If you're on your phone, I found mine, let me figure out. Oh, I found mine through Messenger. There's a little, I have a picture of myself in the upper corner, and if I click it, it tells me my username. But you want to make sure that all that, you could add your, VIP page if you would prefer. I like adding them to my personal page because I want to be their friend. I don't want their business, all right? And if I just funnel them directly into my VIP group, then I've lost the opportunity to learn about them and to have them learn about me, okay? And this is a relationship business. And so I want them to be my friend, right? And then I want them to invite them to join my VIP page at some point. But I want them to trust me and not, I don't want to, be that girl that we keep talking about. All right. So once you've created your digital business card and you're out and about with someone, you can see that at the bottom of your contact information, there's a little button that says share. And I want y'all all of you, to share it with me. So I want you to go in, click on share it via text. So you can share it via a bunch of different things. I want you to share it via text. And I want you to text it to me. And everybody that does, I'm gonna draw a name for another summer fun box.
Okay, I'm not seeing where I can add my Facebook thing. Where are you saying to add that?
Do you see where it says social media profile?
Email, homepage, related names, add instant message. Add a field.
Does everyone else have it? Because mine says, shoot, I have too many. You don't have anything that says social media profile?
Nope. Let me hit done, put it in there, and then let me go back and edit, see if it does anything.
Yeah, and then go ahead and send it to me, and let me see what comes across and see if I can see where there's an option to add it. So text it to me at 770-309-2913, or you can text it to the other number if that's the one that you have.
I have the other number.
Okay, either one. The other number is just my business text line. So, all right. So this makes it so easy, right? So here's the magic of this, right? Now you've got their number. What do you think about that? So now you have their contact information, and they have yours. So now you've collected their number, and you can follow up with a text. It was so great to meet you. I just wanted to share, whatever. Whatever. Build the relationship. Don't ask for the sale. Don't ask them to buy the purse. Build the relationship. I would love to friend you on Facebook, or I would love whatever, right? But build the relationship. And now you've collected their contact information because you've texted them, all right? And you're going to save it right in your phone, and now you've got 76 contacts, right?
Yes.
While you're out and about,
I have 77. Thank you very much.
Okay, 77. Now you got 78, right? So every time you're at the store and somebody says, I love your large utility tote. Every time you're at church and somebody says, I love your scarf. Every time you're pumping gas and somebody loves your key fob, you're going to say, oh my gosh, I'm a 31 consultant. I would love to share my contact information with you, blah, 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 right? And you're going to shoot it right to them, okay? Now, there's no business card to get lost. There's no mini catalog that gets thrown in the trash can necessarily. Even if you give them a mini, you're still going to say, hey, I would love to share my contact information with you, right? And you're going to grow your list. Okay, so we talked about, being out and about, you want to make sure that you're always carrying 31 products, okay? I don't care if you're a Vera Bradley lover, if you're a Louis Vuitton lover, if you're a Coach lover, if you're a Kate Spade lover, if you're a Michael Kors lover, I don't care. You need to be carrying 31 products at all times, okay? Because Kate Spade doesn't pay you, and Michael Kors doesn't pay you, and nobody else pays you but 31. And so you are now a 31 girl, and you need to make sure that you have a current, very attractive statement piece, okay? So I'll be honest and tell you guys that this is something I struggle with, not because I'm a Louis Vuitton girl, but because I'm not a statement piece kind of girl. Like, I love just a mini wristlet. I love, just a crossbody. I'm not a girl who's always loving a coral around town tote, okay? But I really have to work hard at making sure that I'm getting outside of my comfort zone, and that even though I'm staying true to myself, that I'm carrying pieces that are eye-catching, okay? So here's a couple examples of some collections. So, and one of them is my Studio 31. So I was traveling, and I did my Studio 31, and I have my matching Retro Metro, which I use as a work bag, and then my purse was my Studio 31. My son, I make sure that my boys are carrying statement pieces, right? Because guess who pays for football? 31. So yes, sir, you are carrying a 31 cent sack to every single practice. And it is going to be personalized. And this one just says the big H, and it says Hoya football, right? Because my boys don't want things with their name on it, but they're still going to be representing who buys their groceries and who pays for their sports activities, okay? So I'm making sure every season my kids have, whatever the trend is, okay? Lunchbox, cinch sack, they have the little laptop sleeves, everything is 31, right? And they're representing my brand and my business while they're out and about, all right? And then there's a couple other little suggestions on here too, but just make sure that it is eye-catching, all right? You can't just walk around with your, all about the Benjamins. As much as we love it, it is not necessarily, you need several things. I would say 3, okay? And they got to look good together so that when you're getting out your money at the grocery store, that the lady's like, oh my gosh, that is so cute, because it all looks great, right? And that is going to attract people to you, okay? Because I'm really all about attraction marketing. I'm not about going after people. I'm about attracting people to what I have to offer, right? And that's what we're doing by adding new friends on Facebook, right? So I just want people to see what I have to offer. I want to attract them to me. I don't want to go after them by private messaging and being creepy. I want to make sure that everything that I'm doing out and about on social media is attracting people to want to be a part of what I have to offer, okay? So make sure that this season you have a great 3-piece solution statement set, okay? All right. The other thing is having a mobile office, okay? So I, always have information with me, okay? So get something. You can see someone used a review mini. Yes. I thought there was a question. A zipper pouch, a super swap it pocket is great, but just make sure that you have something with you that you're keeping information in, all right? So that when someone says, oh, I would love a mini catalog, you have them, okay? And they're not like, oh, I don't have any, they're not at home. You want to make sure that you have some kind of mobile office that you're able to quickly, able to hand stuff out. It doesn't have to be anything, a briefcase. It just needs to be something that you can keep in your bag with all of your stuff handy. All right, so I just wanted to give you guys some examples. All right, so the most important and most successful method of fueling your Franks list is the party, okay? I cannot tell you that enough. You're gonna make contacts out and about. You're gonna, meet people. You're gonna, add new friends on Facebook. All of those things are great tools, but nothing is going to fuel your Franks list like the party, all right? The party is the heart of what we do, all right? It is the quickest and most successful method to grow your Franks list. And when you grow your Franks list, what do? Grow your business, right? Because it's all a numbers game. The more people you have on your Franks list, the more contacts you're making, the more yeses you're getting, right? The more yeses you're getting, the more parties you're doing, the more people you're in front of, the more sales you make, the more you grow your team. Okay? And I think the party has been the lost art of Facebook. People often ask me, Brandy, how did you promote to the highest level in the company in 3.5 years? I partied. Brandy, how did you grow a team of over 700 people? I partied. Brandy, how are you able to pay for kids' private school and sports and all the, I party? Okay? I can collect orders till the cows come home, but it is not going to grow my business like the party. Okay? Just end all be all. And I don't care how you party, but it has to be face to face, right? And you're probably going to look at me and be like, what? But I don't mean necessarily face to face with you, but it needs to be either face to face with you or your products. Okay? So if you're doing a Facebook party, then you got to go live. It can't be through social media posts. All right? If you have a friend who wants to, share the shopping link with a couple friends, then she needs to have some products that she can show. All right? So face-to-face parties, whether it's in the home, at a kid's sporting event, at your favorite coffee shop or restaurant, face-to-face is a great chance to meet their friends. All right? And if you have a goal of 10 guests at each party, think about how quickly you're going to grow your friend list. All right? So online parties are such a great method. All right? And I know that online partying seems, super fast, fun, and easy, and it is. But if you're going to run an online party business at any level, whether it's 5% or 50% or 100%, You have to make the commitment that you are going to be Facebook savvy. All right. Colleen can tell you, Stacy can tell you, I'll be happy to tell you, running an online business is not easier than running a face-to-face business. Okay. You have to be very good at social media and very committed to the process to run a successful online business. It's super doable, and I have, some amazingly successful consultants who do it. However, you have to be committed to the social media side, and you have to be face-to-face, and that means you have to go live. All right, and that's just a personal thing, but I'm just telling you like it is and what I've seen in my 10 years in the business. All right. So there's more ways to fuel your Franks list, all right? Referrals. Ask for referrals. Ask. Ask them if they would invite one friend that loves 31 or to your VIP group, all right? It is crazy what we as women will do to help someone, okay? I don't care if you found a shampoo that you love, what are you going to do? Tell your friends. Right? If you go eat at a restaurant and it has the most amazing, shrimp you've ever had, what are you going to do? Tell your friends. Okay? So ask for referrals. If you have a customer or a friend who loves her 31 products, you want to ask her to refer you to her friends. That is a super effective way to grow outside of your circle. Social media, again. It's a great way to build connections, right? If you're partying on Facebook, you need to invite these ladies to join your VIP page or friend you on Facebook, okay? You want to be their friend so you can build relationships so that you can grow your business, all right? Authentic, true, real relationships. But you have to get them into your social media circle to do that. All right, vendor events. Vendor events are the kind of the I don't even know what, the one thing of our business that can be amazing or horrible, and there's no rhyme or reason. So you win some and you lose some. But a vendor show is an amazing way to grow your contacts, all right? It's not about selling at a vendor event, but it's about making connections and making sure that you're sharing your contact list, you're collecting their contact information, you're getting them on Facebook, you're getting them added to your VIP page so that you can build a relationship with them, all right? Getting them in your sphere, your circle of influence, all right? And that circle of influence is, that's a great social media piece because you are getting them into the circle of your life, which is going to make them feel connected to you, even if they don't know you. Because I know a lot of you feel connected to me, and most of you don't know me personally, right? And it's because you see me post. What?
It doesn't take that much.
What'd you say?
Nothing.
Oh, sorry. It's okay. No, you're good.
I thought
All
I
right.
muted you. Apparently, I did not.
It's okay. All right. So where we're funneling all these contacts is into our back office. Okay. So ultimately, we want to get them into our customer base so that they're receiving emails, right? Those emails that that are getting sent out on your behalf. You want to get them into your back office. It also gives you a source, a way to be able to manage those contacts. All right. So I don't know if you know how to do that or if you've ever done it outside of just entering orders. But this is a great tool for keeping track of who your customers are, all right? So in order to add a contact, you're going to do just this. Go to the contacts button from the pink bar in your back office. You're going to click add a contact, and then you're going to fill out the contact information, all right? And you're going to get all of those people into your back office. And this should be something that you're doing once a month, that you're time blocking once a month to go through, write down any new friends that you have, any new Facebook friends, any new contacts, anyone, getting them into your back office so that you are staying in front of them through the emails, the branded emails that go out. All right? Okay. I'm not going to go to that slide. So I want to really challenge you guys to really focus on this piece of the business. I feel like it has been really a missed conversation that we talk about when you start, but we never circle back to it, okay? And I really want you to think about, who are your friends, your relatives, your acquaintances, your neighbors, your kid connections, and your spouse connections, and how can you grow each category, okay? So do you guys know about cross-pollination? All right. So once you feel like you've maxed out your Franks, you know, and you're still growing, but you've kind of gotten through the list. A great activity is to cross-pollinate that list, and that means your friends' relatives, your friends' neighbors, your neighbors' friends, right? You're going to cross-pollinate that list. All right? And you want to make sure that this is a living, breathing document that is going to grow. It's going to shrink, right? When people say, no, thank you, I'm not interested, please don't contact me anymore, I don't want to be cute and stylish and functional, I don't like free bags. When they tell you those things, then your list could shrink. But you have to be focused on growing, right? Growing the list so that you're always moving forward. Okay? Because we are going to start really talking about, I really want you guys focusing on getting your list together. And I'm going to give you, the weekend to kind of get that done. And then we're really going to talk about how to take that list from a living, breathing document and convert it into bookings, orders, team members, VIPs, yeah, I think that's it. And team members, right? So we're going to talk moving forward what to do with this list once we get it all together. But it really is a task that I think we kind of need to commit some time to. We got to buckle down and get our list together and make sure that we have our contacts, right? And that we know how to grow them and what are, comfortable ways for you to grow. If you don't feel comfortable, if Facebook isn't your thing and you're thinking, I don't really want to do that, that's fine. It's your business. But then you have to make sure that you're going to do something else, right? Maybe you're going to do a vendor show. Maybe vendor shows are your thing, right? Maybe vendor shows aren't your thing, right? But you still want to grow your contact list. So maybe you're going to do networking events or something else. But you have to figure out what feels good and what you can do that is going to continue to funnel and fuel this Franks list. Okay? All right.
Yeah.
So I'm going to open it up for some questions. Let me stop share. All right. So I'm going to open it up for some questions. It doesn't have to just be about this, but it could be, just kind of anything. But what kind of questions, how are you guys feeling? Is this something you feel like that you've heard a million times and I'm just being redundant? Or is this something that you're thinking, holy moly, Batman, I really had never thought about that?
Hey, Brandy, can you hear me?
I can.
Hey, this is Karen. I just wanted to say, when you were talking about vendor events, I think I've done 2, and probably in the last 2 to 3 weeks, and I've gotten 15 new contacts. And the reason I'm on the road today, late, headed to Savannah, I was walking out the door, and this lady called, and I almost didn't answer the phone, didn't recognize it, and she was like, is this Karen Lewis? And I'm like, yes, it is. And she's like, hi, my name is so-and-so, and my husband saw your booth, and we want to order something. And I'm like, I know who your husband is, because, a lot of times you ignore the men at vendor events, but I remember talking to her. And the one before that, the customer just ordered out of nowhere. I was like, who is this person? And she was in my list, and I hadn't even reached back out to her, and she had already placed her order. So I will say, new contacts.
Right. I agree. I feel like I can't see my screen. Okay. Any other questions, comments? Is everybody up for the challenge? So let's say, how many of you feel like you have a list of 62? Like you're good, you have at least 62.
I do.
I see no's. Stacy's a yes. Okay. Amanda's a yes. Okay. So here's the deal. If you have 60, I want you all to grow your list, whatever it is, by 20%. Okay?
Stacy should have talked.
I should have fibbed, right?
Because I think that if you,
2 people, I'm only short by 2 people.
if you can grow your list by 20%, let's say that you have a list of 100, just because that math is easy for 9 o'clock on a Wednesday. If you have a list of 100, that's 20 people. Okay? So that's 20 people that you add and that you eventually build a relationship with and contact. That's 2 bookings. Do you know what 2 bookings means? That's 20 more new people. The most efficient way to grow your list is to party. Right? I mean, it's to get in there and do the party. Because 2 parties adds 20 more people to your list. So, I mean, it is about how many people you're in front of. But if you're a newer consultant, like Sammy and Laura, then sometimes you're not starting with the party right off the bat. You're just trying to grow from ground up. And absolutely, you have to start by getting out and about and making sure that you're representing your brand, that you're prepared, that your kids, are representing your brand, that you know how to fuel that list so that whenever you get into that rut of like, I have no bookings and I have no one to talk to, you know what to do. And I promise you, whether you're in the business a day, a month, a year, or 10 years, that day will come when you think, holy Toledo, I have nothing and I don't even know who to call. And the first thing I have to do is go back to my FRANKS list. And if it's stale or dead or, dormant, I have to grow it. Okay, hang on. My husband's calling me right in the middle of something. So let me just make sure he's not crazy. Somebody ask a question. Hello?
So real life does happen.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I do not know how to add people to, I don't know how to get people into my VIP group on Facebook. Do I add them? How do you,
Well, you can add them, but you already have to be friends with them.
Yeah,
right?
you have to be friends with them first.
Or your friends add them, which when your
Okay.
friends add them, here's
Yeah.
the kicker. When the people that are already in the group add people, that they want to be there.
Okay. No. Okay. Let me clarify my question. Okay. So say I'm talking to.
You want to add me to your group. There's an add button.
Okay.
And then you search for their name. But you can only search for them if you're friends with them.
Okay. Gotcha.
It's on the right-hand side of the screen, and it's a little bar.
It's in blue.
Okay.
And you just type in their name.
So you can't say, hey, check out my VIP group.
Well, you can. You have to
They
copy
can't, in other words, they can't add themselves.
There's a setting that people could add themselves, but I wouldn't do that.
Okay.
So
Gotcha.
if
you can also share the link.
The link.
There you go. How do you do that? Is that what we were talking about earlier?
No, well, you can share the link to the group, and I would suggest going in to edit your settings. Okay, edit your settings and change your URL address to whatever your group name is. So right now it's going to say facebook.com/groups/some weird number. But I would suggest changing that, and you can change the web address to say .groups/Judy's VIP page or whatever it is. Like mine says Your Gift Girl.
Right.
And that way it's easy for you to remember and it's easy for them to remember. But then you can share that link and they can request to join.
Okay. And if anybody has any suggestions on what I could change my VIP name to, I'd love that. Because I can tell you anything about preschool, but I cannot come up with catchy phrases outside of preschool.
What's wrong with preschool?
No, I can do preschool all day long with my hands tied behind my back and my eyes shut. I can't think of any catchy phrase other than preschool.
But I think yours is fine, Judy, because yours is exactly how people know you. Miss Judy's VIP page.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, why would you change that if everybody knows you by Miss Judy?
Gotcha.
I wouldn't change it.
All right. Well, yours is cuter than Brandy.
Well, you know.
Oh, my God.
So let's talk about growing your VIP page, right? So since you brought that up, so let's talk about, how are you growing your VIP pages? Are you
same for a while?
So at every party, and whether it's online or in person, Julie, how are you? Are you funneling your online guests into your VIP page?
What was that again? I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. How are you funneling your Facebook party guests into your VIP page so that you're continuing to be in front of them?
Into my VIP page, anybody that buys from me and or has been a hostess, I just automatically add them. So that way, because I know they like 31 then, I automatically will add them. I had a brand new hostess. That's what I was doing while you were talking. That's why I was like, what? I was posting in her Facebook party right now. She went and added 50 some people. Like, I'm glad Stacy said, there are settings, because I have mine where you can't just willy-nilly add somebody. She went and added 50 some people to my VIP page, and I was like, no, I don't do that. I want to make sure they like 31. I don't want them to think I'm spammy. Here, you need to be in here. And so I add them if they've bought something from me, if they become a hostess, that type of thing. And then I will ask them also, hey, would you like to be in here? And that's how I grow mine.
I know for me, I do like a roll call post when I do a Facebook party, and it says, if you party with me, I know we've done some Griftapalooza recently. It says comment your name and tip, and so they comment their name, and they get a ticket into the drawing for being on time. I always comment. Thanks, Sherry, for joining the Facebook party. You can earn an extra ticket if you join my VIP page at blah 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 blah. Right, and so they go in and like during the party, and they join my VIP page, and then I give them an extra ticket, and that way I'm funneling all of those guests into my VIP pages. So that's how I do it. I do the same thing at a live party. One of the things I do is they get an extra ticket for joining my VIP page. I say, get out your phones. We're going to play a little game. And I just have them add me as a friend. And then I have them join my VIP page to get extra perks or whatever. And that way I'm continually, I'm getting them. Because if I'm in front of them at the party, I want to stay in front of them, right? And the best way to do that is to get them on my personal page and into my VIP page so that they're, on my personal page for my relationship building so they can learn about me, and then my VIP page so I can be in front of them with 31. So that's how I do it. Does anybody else have a suggestion?
I kind of play a game with them online for the online portion and ask everybody to add me and then to join the group. I put to go ahead, or sorry, my phone's going crazy. And then when I'm in a party, I put the link on and I'm like, this is my VIP page if you'd like to go ahead and join and check it out. I do that. And then when we do the home parties, a lot of times I'm like, all right, ladies, so did your hostess let you know that you get extra points for having me in your phone as your 31 girl and for being on my VIP page? And they see who whips out their phone the fastest. And, for that key fob or for that nail file, you'd be surprised.
Right.
So, but yeah, I try to make it a game as much as possible because that way they're there and they're interested. So that's the only thing I can do. But when you have, I don't want people to join who don't want to be there.
Right.
So I make it up to them to go look at it. I put it in front of them. The hostesses are supposed to remind them and tell them, hey, by the way, this is going to happen if you do this. So I don't know. It kind of gets the hostess involved as well.
Perfect.
And a lot of times A lot of times at if you have a vendor event or whatever, I have little slips that they fill out to win a prize or whatever. Have a door prize kind of thing, and on there ask would they be interested in hosting a Facebook party? Would you be interested in hosting a home party? Would you be interested in joining my key group and all that? And like today, I had just for well, of course, a lot of people just put their name in there and don't mark anything because they just want to win the prize. But I had one person interested in joining, 8 that wanted to host a party, and 3 more that were just wanted to be on the VIP page. So, along with some sales. So, all in all, I mean, I think that was pretty successful for.
That's amazing.
That is amazing.
Event.
That's awesome.
But I always put that on my things, if anybody's interested in being on my VIP page. And then if I'm not friends with them yet, I send them a friend request first.
That's right. All right. If you haven't already sent me your digital business card, I only have Colleen, Miranda, Abigail, and Sam.
I sent you it twice.
So where?
The number that I call to all the time.
Oh, that's my office number. I don't think it receives text. It's not. It's a landline. But I'll put you in. I trust you. I trust you, Stacey.
You want to see it? Here, I'll show you. Hold on.
I'll have to watch the recording.
Okay. All right.
I have not because I'm on my phone watching this.
Okay. Well, y'all can send it to me. And I'll do the drawing in the morning. Okay, so I'm going to challenge you guys to each grow your list by 20%. And our next, I really was going to do these once a month, just because of scheduling. But I really want to talk about, once we get the list together, I really want to talk about verbiage. I think that's going to be our next little training, is now that you have the list, like, what in the heck do you say to them? And I want to be able to help you guys with some of that stuff as well. So, let's kind of convene back in a week or so and see if maybe I may just do like a little video and post it. Yeah, Sharon? I can't hear you. No. Let's see. Are you on mute? I can't hear you at all. There. Is that you?
No, that's her twin. She's on mute.
But it doesn't say mute, is it?
Well, it did say mute. She may be off now.
Okay. I'll let you.
Randy, what's your phone number again? 770?
309-2913.
309.
13.
I need all the last 4, please.
Oh, 2913. I have too many numbers, I know.
Let me tell y'all a story that happened to me yesterday.
Yes.
I went to the mall to go get something to eat, and this girl comes up to me when I walk in there. She goes, "Ma'am, this is going to really sound like an odd request." I said, "Okay." She goes, "Would you be willing to let me give you a free Mary Kay makeover?" I said, "Well, do you see how much makeup I wear?" And she goes, "Well, that's okay. It's free. I'll do anything for you." I said, "Okay, if you'll do anything for me," I said, "would you have a 31 party for me?"
Right on.
And she goes, "Yeah, I'll do that." And I said, "Well, can I get your business card and all that so that we can get it all set up?" And so it kind of like almost backfired. She picked the wrong person to ask, I guess, that now in order for me to do this Mary Kay thing, she's got to do a party with me first.
That is funny. But, other direct sellers are a great way to grow your network because they're in the same business and they get it. And so, even if it is a party swap or it is a great way to grow your network. So good job.
I mean, it was this dog. She just walked up to me while I was getting in line to order my food, and she goes, "This is gonna be an odd request." I said, "Well, let me give you this request."
And that's what we try not to do, right? We don't want to be that girl. You know, we keep talking about that girl, but we don't want to be that girl. We want to attract people to what we have to offer. We have an amazing product. We have an amazing company. We have an amazing business opportunity. And you have to let that light shine through you, whether it's, you know, what collections you're using, how you're presenting yourself on social media, you know, what you're doing while you're out and about. You want to attract people to you. I haven't chased an order down in 10 years. But I think it's because, you know, I put myself out there and I present myself in a way that when people want to do business, they want to do business with me. And so I think that, you know, that's the kind of 31, you know, thing that we believe in, you know, is that we want our, you know, we want to honor our friends and family, and we don't want to be spammy, right? But if 31 is integrated into your life, like you're carrying a cute bag to the ballpark, there's no reason why you can't post that on Facebook, you know? Or 31 paid for your mani-pedi, you should post that on Facebook, you know? Whatever it is, if it's affecting your personal, but, you know, you don't have to be out there, you know, I got 17 wraps for sale, you know, that is spamming. We want to be more, you know, attractive in what we have to offer. So, all right, so 20%, everyone grow at 20%. I would love for you guys to text me your goal number. Tell me where you are and what your goal number is. Text that to me so that I can hold you guys accountable to that. And that we can work together to get you to that goal number, okay? So really, it's not about making the contacts right now. It's going to be about building the list. It's like you got to have the base, the foundation, to be able to book the parties and grow your team, but it all starts with the list and learning how to fuel it forever. If you learn this, if you learn how to do this, you will never struggle in your business ever, okay? But this is the hardest part of the business. But if you learn how to do it, you'll be successful. Promise. All right?
Did you get my text?
All right.
Did you get my text?
I did, so you're in the drawing. You already won a box, so you're really disqualified, but I appreciate the effort.
Look, I was
Just grow
gonna say,
that list.
I don't have to win the box. You're gonna give me the dang effort.
That's right. You got it. You got it.
Pain,
all right.
Pain in the ass.
All right, so we're going to do Workshop Wednesdays. Right now I'm shooting for once a month because I feel like that's what I can handle. But we're going to talk basics, and they're going to be great, and I'm going to have different speakers. We're going to talk about what to put in a VIP page. We're going to talk about the basics. But we're basically building from the ground floor, and I'm really, really excited to offer us the opportunity as a team to come together and just grow and learn from each other. So thanks for joining our first Workshop Wednesday.
Wait.
All right. Y'all have a good night.
Night.
Text me. I'm going to be on you. Text me your number, your goal number.